guys, it's me, Allie, and I'm out on location today at the Lorton Workhouse. It used to be the Lorton Prison. It's got a lot of macabre history, but it's a great place for photo shoots, and it's currently a Fairfax County park. I'm not doing a paid shoot. This is just a fun shoot for basically somebody that in my car club with a classic Mini that won a shoot with me, because we have an event once a year on Veterans Day to raise money for disabled veterans, and I always donate one shoot. So today I'm waiting for a classic Mini to show up, and it's going to be British Racing Green. And I've got Tigger. Tigger's my older Mini. He's an 06. I love him. And we are at Lorton Prison now, and this is one of the locations that we'll probably shoot the classic at, because right now the sun is a little too bright. So I need to get the car in the shade, and I've brought one Ellen Crom light, and I've got my tripod. A few things you want to know about shooting cars. I'm in dark clothes. Now, these legs, they're a problem. I should have worn pants, but it's really hot. And okay, the reason I should have worn pants, the reason I should have worn long sleeves, I should be all in black, is because cars are super reflective, and you wind up photoshopping reflections out of your car that you don't expect to have to do. So that's why. So the first thing is you should be wearing all black, or wear as much black as you can. So that way you don't wind up having to Photoshop your reflection out of the car. You'll be shocked at how many reflections your car is going to get. Your camera could wind up in the car. All kinds of things can wind up in the reflections. I'm thinking with a classic, it's pretty small. It's not going to be a big deal. It can be a big deal with larger cars. Here really early. It's 6:40, and I told him to meet me at 7:15, and sunset's around 8-ish, so we'll have good light then. Waiting for the sun to go down lower. I brought one Ellen Crom light, and I've got my tripod. Before I got here, I scouted some locations. I picked out a couple of areas. I'm going to talk to Walter about what kind of look he wants. I like to do badass cars, but we'll see what he wants. And we're going to get started shooting in a little bit. This is an overview of where I was just filming from. It's a great location to shoot, a lot of interesting backgrounds. This is for a great country scene. If we go that way, I'm using this puddle for sure. And the parking lot at Lorton Prison has so many interesting buildings and things that you can use as backgrounds. And I really love the guard towers. Might do some sort of sunset here. And when you do that, make that right, and you'll find me. I'm just sitting here with my camera, and I'm videoing the intro.
Okay, cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So it looks like the Mini is here, and he should be arriving any second now, which is pretty exciting. So it's really important with cars to get some low angles, especially with Mini Coopers, because they're small. It gives them more of a presence. I just love this angle with the Mini. So I'm always laying on the ground getting some shots from this angle. So now I'm kind of checking my angles, and you'll see I still get low. And also I tend to shoot cars from a 3/4 view. And the reason for that is it's better for reflections. I am not as likely to be caught in the reflection of the front corner of the car as when I am shooting a car from the side. When I shoot a car from the side, I get a flat mirror effect. While I'm in the shade, I'm also going to grab a few shots of the interior. And on a convertible, I mean, you got to get that interior, especially on something as unique and rare as this car is. I also shoot my interiors from an angle because I find that shooting from an angle is more interesting. It just looks better. It's important to also walk around the car and kind of look for details, look for what it is you want to capture on this car, and shoot those details. And, you know, get the quarter angles, get the front, get the back, just cover the whole car. So we've moved the Mini and we've put it over just across the street. And what I'm doing here is some lighting with a single light, and somebody is firing my camera for me, which is on the tripod. What's important to note here is that I'm not firing the light directly at the car. I kind of pass the car with the light. And by doing that, I can shoot the whole scene a little bit underexposed while shooting the car at a better exposure and really get the car to be the star of this shoot. So this puddle, I can't, but this puddle was just so exciting because you can get these amazing types of reflections, and with the guard tower I was able to capture the guard tower in with the car. I tried all different angles, and I'm going to show those images so that you can see. Don't be afraid. When you see a puddle, shoot with that puddle. You will be so happy you did, because puddles are just like, they're mirrors. They're awesome, especially if the puddle is on dark concrete and you've got a lot of sun like this. Okay, so the shoot is done, and yesterday I did a lovely wrap-up video on location with my classic Mini with no sound. So I'm back. We're gonna do this now. Basically, the thing is, when you're shooting cars, you do wanna wear dark colors. You wanna think about reflections. It actually is really complicated to composite cars into new locations if you really wanna sell it, because you have to move the reflections, replace reflections from wherever you shot. You have to remove those reflections and then add reflections that make sense to the new location. It's really hard to shoot with no reflections, so unless you've got one of those $20,000 studio setups, in which case you're not watching my video. So my advice is find a good location, scout the location, consider the time of day, early morning, late day. Cars are super reflective, so you don't want to shoot them in full harsh sun. If it's full harsh sun and that's all you've got, then look for some shade and then bring in a flash. Next episode in 2 weeks, I'm going to be showing you the post-processing of the images so that you understand how I got from these 4 images to the completed look. And it's not too difficult. You just need a single flash and you need a tripod. And I mean, you could do it. I like using my Elenchroms because they have a bigger head. You could do it with a speed light. You might have to throw like a little strip box on it or something, but you could do it. You could do this very inexpensively and get some amazing, dramatic car results. So that's it. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please give me a like, leave some comments. Let me know if you want to see more of this. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, and bye-bye. In case you're wondering why I'm not with my Tigger, this is Amelia. She's my second Mini. Yesterday, we had an incident, and Tigger had mechanical issues and wound up on a tow truck on his way to P-tuning, which is his mechanics in Manassas. They're excellent if you're local. I would highly recommend P-tuning. If you have a performance type car or a sports car or something like that, I wouldn't bring a normal daily driver type thing there. Anyway, that's it. It was a great day except for my car breaking. The real bye-bye. Bye-bye.